All right, you're going to want to pay attention to this. Something huge just happened. We just lived through, without a doubt, one of the most important weeks in the history of AI. And if you're anywhere near software development, well, everything is about to change.
And look, I am not being dramatic here. The future that we've all been talking about, for years, it didn't just show up. It literally kicked the door off its hinges.
I mean, just look at the timeline. It was relentless. In 7 days, you had OpenAI dropping a new GPT with adaptive reasoning, Anthropic pulls in a wild $13 billion, Google puts Gemini into basically everything, and then, the big one for us, AI coding agents stopped being just clever tools. They became autonomous teammates, actually capable of handling whole features by themselves.
And that brings us to this quote from Ted Elliott, the CEO of Copado, which I think just hits the nail on the head. He said, "These new models aren't incrementally better. They're categorically different. This wasn't just another small step. It was a massive leap into a whole new category of capability."
So, what does this all mean? What are these new rules everyone's got to play by? Well, it starts with a pretty simple but really powerful truth. The days of humans sitting there manually typing in and executing every single command, yeah, that's over.
And you can see the divide right here. On one side, you have the old world. Clunky, complex tools where a person has to click, type, and command every single action, usually reacting to problems after they've already happened. But on the other side, that's the AI native world. We just tell it what we want in plain English, and the AI not only figures out how to do it, but it starts thinking ahead, catching problems before they even start.
And that leads to this kind of a tough pill to swallow, but it's the reality. Most of the DevOps platforms out there today are going to become obsolete. Not because they're bad products. They're not. It's because they were designed and built for a world that, as of last week, just doesn't exist anymore.
Okay, so if those old platforms are on their way out, what does a platform built for this moment look like? Well, a really critical idea is emerging, and it's called the metadata moat. Let's break down what that actually means, because it's a game changer.
It all comes down to this: metadata awareness. See, it's one thing for an AI to write a line of code. It's a completely different thing for it to understand the context around that code, the whole web of dependencies, all the custom stuff you've built, the technical debt, all of it.
And this is where it gets really powerful. A context-aware AI, one that understands your specific Salesforce environment. It knows things. It knows that a change over here is going to break an integration way over there. It knows that some old piece of code that looks useless is actually holding everything together. A generic AI, it has no idea. It's basically flying blind.
And this right here is the fundamental shift. We're moving away from simply having AI-powered tools, old systems with a little AI feature bolted on. We're moving to AI-native platforms that were built from the ground up to think and understand.
So let's bring it home. Let's talk about what this means for you and your team. Because this isn't some sci-fi movie. This is happening right now, and it is going to absolutely transform your job.
Just think about this timeline. In the next 6 months, you could go from writing every line of code to orchestrating AI agents that do it for you. Within a year, those agents might just handle routine deployments all on their own. And in 2 years, your job might not even be about coding day to day. It'll be about high-level strategy and architecture. Your real value is going to come from your vision, not just your syntax. And here's the hard truth. The window of opportunity to get ahead with this stuff, it's closing. And it's closing fast. We are talking about a timeline measured in months, not years. Any team that waits on this is going to be playing a game of catch-up. They just can't win.
So that's where we are. This new world where AI executes and we, the humans, direct the strategy. It's not coming anymore. It's here. It has arrived. So the only real question left is, are you ready for it?